Hey everyone, it's Pastor Janer again with a short devotion. Imagine that you've just had to make a very difficult decision. Your parent is on life support and you had to make the very difficult decision to pull the plug. And someone, shortly after that, you're leaving the hospital and someone comes and says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And you just tell them, we just had to have the plug pulled. And the person goes on to tell you, "You know what? I know just how you feel. 3 weeks ago, we had to put our beloved puppy to rest." And in the moment, you might say, "Hey, well, thanks. I appreciate the encouragement." But later on, you'd be thinking, "What a stupid thing to say. You can't possibly understand what it was that I just experienced. The two do not relate. I'm sorry for your experience, but it is nowhere like what I went through." Well, I met someone while I was in line down at Walmart in the pharmacy, and the person made a comment to me, and he just made a comment that this whole quarantine thing was just stupid. And I said, "Well, I have a wife who has 37% lung function, and so I guess I'm kind of okay with it." And then he looked at me and he said, "I know just how you feel." And I'm thinking, how can you know what I feel? You just said the quarantine was stupid. Well, he went on to tell me about his time in the service. In fact, he knows my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law, Tommy. They went to school together. And he went through some very difficult times out of high school and then in the military. And he suffered PTSD, and he's on full disability. And he has Crohn's disease. So the reality is he was able to understand just how I felt. The passage I want to read to you today comes from Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. And it says, "For we do not have a high priest who was unable to sympathize with our weakness, but one who is in every way has been tempted as we are, yet was without sin." You see, just like the young man that I met at the pharmacy in Walmart, Jesus is able to make that kind of statement. He does know how we feel. He understands our weaknesses, temptations, pressure, and sorrow. During his earthly ministry, he faced all of these things. That means that as the ultimate high priest, Jesus is uniquely qualified to represent us before God. He faced a fully human experience in a fallen world, and he did so without sinning even once. You see, Jesus not only understands what it is that we're experiencing, but he can also help us through it. So my hope and my prayer is that you will turn to Jesus, that he might help you through whatever it is you're going through today. Hey, take care. God bless. We love you and miss you.